back today with another episode of Howie's Hometown Heroes, where we feature business owners, entrepreneurs, and community members who are doing extraordinary, amazing things right there in their own community. Today, we're like almost near my community. We're in Wappingers Falls with my good friend Julia Velez. Julia has a very, really interesting job, or interesting business that she does. She's a personal life, certified life coach, helping people all the time. But the niche is really interesting. She's a grief counselor, a step parent counselor, and mindset. People got to have a good mindset, like regardless of what you're doing, for sure. So she's working through all those things. It's an interesting story when I got to talk to her before about that. But here's some really interesting things about Julia. She went to a school, a coaching school. What's the name of the school? It's like the famous schools, right?
Yeah, it was called the Coach Training Alliance, which is accredited through the International Coaching Federation.
Right. And that's the key. That's important because anybody can call themselves a life coach, like I could. I'm not gonna, but I could. But when there's an organization that certifies that you know what you're doing, like that's kind of really important. And she got into that because she herself is a bonus mom and has a bonus son. So she knows what she's talking about for sure, not only from the school, but from her life for sure, right? And some other packs. She's had also some significant responsibilities as an administrator manager for several large companies. So she's got a rounded background and lots of people skills, knows what she's talking about for sure. So it's very cool to have you. So thanks for being here, Julia.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Howard.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. So we'll get into it in a little while. But first, tell us a fun fact about you.
Well, the fun fact about me is that I actually have my associate's degree in fine arts. And although my career paths haven't reflected that, I love to do things, hobbies that are related. So designing tattoos and other like crafts and artsy type things, anything creative.
Well, and we'll certainly notice your hair today. You tell us about how many different colors of hair do you have?
Oh, I've had so many different colors. I like to change it up every once in a while just to have, a little bit of fun and show my personality.
There you go. Well, it certainly is a very colorful personality for sure. Not something I don't know that I could get away with. Well, I guess I probably could do it, right? But whether anybody would talk to me again, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. So tell us, Julia, a little bit about how you got into the coaching part. I mein, you said you were a bonus mom and got a bonus son. And tell us about the family dynamics and how that all came about.
So I've been married for a few years now, but I've been with my husband for 10 years. So I've been in my stepson's life since he was just a little boy. He was about 3-4 years old. Mm-hmm. And I have taken a very active parenting role with him. And we have a great relationship. And I love spending time with him. So I definitely was called to be there for other step parents. There's highs and lows, obviously. And there's a lot of commonly experienced, things that step parents need support with, or just general resources, especially when you don't have biological kids, because then you're kind of like, oh my God, I'm a mom now. What do I do? I mean, I'm sure parents experience that as well, but
sure.
For sure, it was something that I want to give back to the community and to anybody who's like in that position where they just want to connect and learn more about step parenting.
Yeah, that's kind of just the things that we talk about too. Money doesn't come with an instruction manual, and neither do kids. So like, oh my God, now like, what do we do? Right? So that's really a lot of fun. Yeah. And the way, it's interesting what you said. It's a calling. Like you almost can't help yourself to try to help other people from what you've learned.
Absolutely. I think what brought me into coaching in general was just to take the experiences that I've had in life that sort of maybe I didn't have the support I needed or didn't know where to find those resources. And I just want to give that back, to other people and just let them know, that there is someone there for them they can talk to and get some guidance on how to move forward in the future. And that plays a part with the grief coaching as well. I have lots of experience, unfortunately with loss. And I did feel called to turn my sort of negative life experiences into a way to help other people.
And sort of, and should I assume it helps you at the same time, being able to do that also, right? Get through whatever issues you're going through too.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think overall mental health is something that's really important to
Mm.
me. And being able to, help myself, help other people, and just let them know like you're not alone. You have someone on your side. It's so rewarding to be able to just even touch like one person's life and know that I could make a difference and that they feel supported and like they can get through whatever struggle they are
Mm.
facing at that time.
Mm. So what was it? What was it that was in the coaching program that you? What I'm trying to get to is the education that you. What did you have to learn? You wake up one day and say, "Hey, I want to help people who are step parents." What did you have to learn, or what did you bring to the table to really get you move forward?
Yeah, so my school was great because they had like a trifecta. So they taught us business, marketing,
Oh,
and just how to coach. So we did a lot of sample coaching and working with our classmates and just in the community where we would have to offer free coaching services
oh,
to practice. And it helps you to learn the trial and error where you're not like practicing on somebody that's a paying client, you get to kind of learn the right questions to ask, how to pull out people's own intuition and their like they know what's best for them. So the coach's experience is to be able to show to the client that they do know what's best. And our school basically teaches us how to bring that out in the client.
So I mean, this is pretty interesting now. So you have to. I understand you have to practice, just like any other
Mhm,
thing you have to do practice, right? But
mhm.
you're kind of practice on live people. Well, so I mean, do they know they're being practiced on? I suppose, right? So don't I? Is this so? I'm meeting this Julia for the first time. I've got these issues going on, and like, Julia, do you have experience to help me? I'm just playing devil's advocate here, So how does that work out?
Yeah, so I mean, I had to, for certification, practice on 22 people.
Uh-huh.
So in the beginning, you practice on your friends and your family. You're like, hey, listen, I'm doing this certification, help me out. And as you build up and you get more confidence and the ability to really powerfully coach, then you start to go out in your community and I would let people know, listen, I'm new, I'm up and coming. Would you like a free session? And I had, several people interested and that I got testimonials out of that and people that I was really able to help. And
Wow.
it was all for certification. So really
Very good.
fun.
Very
Yeah.
good. Very good. I think it's great that you get volunteers to do that too. That was,
Yeah.
people tell you their deep, dark secrets and
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
and coaching is all about, even though I have my niche areas, you get the ball rolling and you sort of like have to be able to coach on anything. So, no topic is off limits.
uh,
We start a focus in one area, but you could have a step parenting question and then be talking about, your friend, was mean to you that day or whatever. So
yeah,
it's really fun to be able to just navigate the different areas of people's lives, learn about them, and just be able to pull out of them their own wisdom, and it excites people.
sure, sure. And so do you have a couple success stories in the different
Yeah, I
areas?
mean, I would just say that the success is anybody who felt that they were able to make positive changes in their life. So I worked with somebody who was just like really stuck and she was looking to kind of be future forward as opposed to being stuck like in what she was doing with her
Mhm.
work and everything, her life in general. And speaking with me, and it's all coming from her, but just in speaking with me, she felt able to like get out of that rut and to make some changes in her life. And it's just really awesome to see people like realize their potential.
And really move forward. So right.
Yeah.
So now, so you had the conversations with her, to get her unstuck, I guess is the way you put it, right? And move forward. And how's she doing now?
She's great. She's doing really, really great. She's really happy, she's doing really well in her job. And that's kind of like one of the sources of contention she had before, but she moved through some things and she's doing really well. And I'm really, really proud of her.
I was going to say, how does that make you feel when you can do that for somebody?
Yeah, just really proud for them. And I always want everybody to tell me like what they're doing now. How are you feeling? I want to hear the positive things, I'm also available to hear when you're struggling, but I love success stories. If you don't need me anymore, then I have done my job.
Then you did your job. There you go. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. That's very cool. Very cool. So where do you see yourself moving like in the future? How's that going to work for you?
So my biggest thing, I really want to work one-on-one with people, continue to do that, but I also want to start offering like group coaching because I love the idea of everybody being able to bounce ideas and experiences off of one another. So I'm going to be launching some group coaching in the next coming months. And the very, very far future, I would love to eventually write a book. That is my goal for the future.
Very good, very good. So we have our friend from Germany who can write it with you too, right? So that'd be a lot of fun. What? So tell me about this group coaching. How does that work? People get
together with a commonality. So the most common one, I think, the area to focus would be the grief area. So you pick a topic, whether it's somebody who's grieving from a sudden loss, say, and then you advertise for people to come together. So anybody who's had sudden loss, they contact you, they join up for the coaching class, and then you do about an hour and a half of, coaching where everybody gets an opportunity to share their own experience. And they also get some, personal coaching from me, but they're doing it in the setting where I'm coaching you, but everybody else is listening. So they're all kind of learning from each other's coaching. So it's a really powerful experience for people to come together and kind of just bond over their experience and also learn from each other.
And so do they offer, the people in the group offer their opinion also? Or is it
everybody will have the opportunity to tell their story as much or as little as they want, because not everybody in a group setting wants to be heard, but they might want to just participate. They don't want to feel alone. They want to feel connected to their community. So I think for me, the ability to let people know that they can speak if they want, but they don't have to. And then, of course, they can all participate with each other and offer each other their own experiences and advice. And it's just a way for everybody to come together and feel like mutually supported. Nice. Especially when you deal with topics like grief or step parenting, because most of the time they feel really alone when they deal with those type of situations. In my experience and what I've heard from other step parents, other people going through loss. And the idea is that we don't want them to feel alone. And yes, helping people one-on-one is an equally amazing experience, but having a community and people that there are other people like you, so you're not suffering alone. You have a support system in a group.
That's good. That's really great. That's great that you help people out. I'm trying to picture the setting and how everybody can sort of bond with the same. Are they in the room or are they on Zoom?
So I'm going to start it out with Zoom, but I would eventually like to do an in-person. And you rent a space, everybody comes together, and hangs out.
and basically you kind of lead the discussion with a couple of questions and people chime in with however much and whatever they're going to share from there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I almost feel compelled to say, hey, I want to sit in on that too. Not that I have anything grief or anything to talk about, but that it sounds like an interesting thing to be that fly on the wall and see what that dynamic is of people. That's the idea.
Very cool when people feel a sense of community and a sense that they actually aren't alone as they might feel at that time. So I'm really looking forward to pulling that out and being able to share that experience with everyone And I will hopefully get some positive feedback and, you know, be able to offer like more classes based on whatever people want to get coached on, you know?
Wherever the conversation goes and whatever people are interested in, we can,
Yeah.
you can not just direct the conversation, but even have further conversations with different people and put things together. And the more people you can talk to and help, the more people you can talk to and help, right?
Exactly.
And make the world a better place. There you go. Exactly right. So this has really been very cool, Julia. I'm really looking forward to taking the next step and seeing what things are gonna develop. And we'll see you at some local networking groups and all kinds of stuff and introduce you. I gotta my head's running here, so I'm thinking of all kinds of people we can introduce you to and maybe get some collaboration going. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited for the future. And
that's for sure. That's for sure. So everybody, if you have someone in your community that you know who is as dynamic and exciting and doing some amazing things like Julia is, contact me, put their name in the comments below, and we'll get them on the show. So just remember that whether it's your business, your community, your family, remember it's money that make those gears keep turning. Make sure your money is working the most optimal way it can. Thanks for being here, Julia.
thank you so much, Howard.
Thanks.